What's up, Pokemon League Championship fans? As always, it is me, Ian, your host and CEO. Rocking team colors again today. Gotta keep our shirts on. Once we get the green screen set up, I won't need this little box thing, so you'll be able to see my shirt every time. Anyway, this week is week 8. We passed our halfway point last week. We are this week and then the upcoming week before entering into our mid-season bye week. And it's been a really exciting week. We've had lots of crazy matches. Really good battles. Everybody did pretty well this week. Some surprise upsets and some, letdowns in some people's parts. As always, I have my co-hosts with me today with Zach.
You.
And Dan.
Hello.
JD was not able to rejoin us today, but we will see him in the playoffs. I know for sure he was saying. But it's always good to have our usual commentators in today. If you guys are listening to us and you notice like some problem with the sounds or whatever, let us know. We're still fine-tuning the sounds since I upgraded my computer, but I think I got the mics working pretty well right now. I'm actually using the headset mic on my headset instead of my studio mic here, just so you can't hear all the creaking of my chair as well. Important though, before we get into talking about this week and how excited we are about mid-season, etc., we actually have our first ever duel giveaway this week. We are giving away Mewtwo that you see here just as our standard giveaway. If you toss a Magikarp up on GTS asking for a level 100 Mewtwo, we will send this shiny Mewtwo out to you guys. I'm going to be checking GTS periodically throughout the stream. Our second giveaway is a stream exclusive giveaway that you can only get through us during the stream because we have to exchange friend codes. So you have to give me your friend code, I have to give you my friend code, and that's how we'll be able to get that. And that giveaway is Shiny Tapu Lele. This was given away for a specific online competition series. If you participated, you were able to get a Shiny Tapu Lele. If not, there is no other legal way to get it. But we have quite a few of those to give away. I battled a bunch in that thing to get a whole bunch of these. But it's just a battle-ready Pokemon. It's really awesome to have a Shiny Tapu. There's only 2 Shiny Tapus that are legal right now, and that's Coco and Lele. We've given out Shiny Tapu Coco before. This is Shiny Tapu Lele. Just to reiterate, guys, you do have to give us your friend code in the chat, and we have to exchange friend codes and coordinate me giving you the Tapu Lele. The Mewtwo, all you got to do, drop a Magikarp into GTS asking for a level 100 Mewtwo, and we will send that out to you. So that is our giveaway today. About to post the instructions in chat. There you go. So if you're watching, you can check the chat instructions if you want to follow up on that. Any other questions, just let me know. So these are awesome giveaways. I know, are you pretty excited about this Lele giveaway, Zach?
Yeah, man, I love Lele. I'm gonna definitely pick one up for myself. Do you have my friend code with this stream?
Yeah, I have almost everybody's friend code on the stream 3DS in our group.
All right, cool.
So I could definitely send one out.
Yeah, I want one too.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a hot ticket item. I was hoping, but it's one of those more difficult giveaways because I do have to exchange friend codes. So it's not with you guys obviously, but with everybody else. So it's a harder giveaway to do for the public. That being said, what? Go ahead.
I was just about to say, once we get a Shiny Bulu, you gotta make a verbal contract that Dan can't pick it up.
Absolutely not. I will.
I don't think you have mine. Give me your friend code, buddy, in chat. As you can see, if you follow those instructions, I'm gonna post them again just for anybody who just joined. Oops, I lost my place. Hang on. I'm gonna post them again just in case anybody who just joined didn't see it, but my friend code actually is in the instructions on chat from Nightbot. So, boom, read what Nightbot has to say. My friend code for the Stream 3DS is right there on the bottom after you start reading the instructions about Tapu Lele. I'll give those out to you guys soon. This week, guys, how crazy is this week, man?
Yeah, there were some serious upsets.
Yeah,
definitely some big changes on the leaderboard.
And you two had a pretty crazy week, honestly, myself. Zach, you got your match in last, but, spoiler, no spoiler, it is the final match of the week. It's a great match. Near the end, it was a little hard for me to concentrate. That's something that you know about that I don't need to talk about. But It was hard for me to concentrate while I was recording it, but it was definitely the best match of the week.
Yeah, man, I was definitely stressing it like all week, and like
Oh yeah, because you
even
actually
more
had
so.
a bet on it, right? You and Speakman had a bet.
Yeah,
What was that for?
we had a personal bet.
Oh,
whoever
real quick
loses,
before you tell them, I'm just gonna let everybody know. As you can see on the screen, I'm starting to give those away, guys. So if you drop a Magikarp, or if we're already friend code exchanged, whatever, it's time to get your Lele's and Mewtwo's. Go ahead, Zach.
I was just about to say, I definitely was stressing that match. We had a bet. If you're ever familiar with the anime Shield Hero, there's a certain character on that show that everybody hates. Her name is mine, and whoever loses in our match has to make that character their like Facebook profile like banner thing for everybody to freaking see. So
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's really
pretty.
funny.
Like, I don't know what's more embarrassing, losing or having to actually put that up as your profile banner.
Yeah, exactly. I'm adding this viewer right now. If I already have him added, then it doesn't mean that then I don't have to do it. But as you guys can see, these are the process of me adding you guys. If you haven't done it on the DS before, you should have, because otherwise you're not playing Pokemon right. But if you want these Lele's and Mewtwo's, I got them for you. Yeah, you had a crazy match too. It wasn't just the fact that it was a bet. I mean, you guys are long-standing rivals. Chris Speakman did really good last season, and he's been on a backspin from his poor start over the last couple weeks there. Sweet, Jay Wade. I added you, bud. We're about to get you that Lele. I'm hopping on to GTS again. But yeah, you guys had a storied pass. I also want to point out, before I ask you, Dan, about how you felt about this week and stuff, is that Dan and Zach are both, and Speakman, all three of them are from Maryland. The headquarters of the PLC, a lot of us, a majority of us are in North Carolina, South Carolina. But then we have some people in Maryland. Actually, we only had one in the second season, which was Zach. And then Speakman joined in season 3, so we had 2. And then we had Dan join in off season, and then again now in the current day season. So the Baltimores came in. Zach did really good first season. Speakman did really good second season, and Zach won third season, and Zach won third season.
I pretty much was like, hey guys, if you guys want some free wins in Pokemon,
shut the man. But that's the thing. Baltimore crew came in and started wrecking. We got somebody up in New York. We actually even have somebody in the UK now. His seasons are extra hard because of the time difference. But
man, I can only imagine.
Right? So we've got lots of here's your Lele, Zach. We got lots of great players here. And like, for instance, if you're a player, you join the league, which you can click our social media tab, the banner actually. All you got to do is click the banner. Or actually, you can pick the Facebook link down there. Join our Facebook. You can participate in seasons and in off seasons. And if you join, you like it, and you have friends who play, we're all for it. It doesn't matter if you live near us or whatever. We play online. Like, we're all for bringing in new states, new countries even. If you want to play Pokemon League Championship, we're open to everybody. And Baltimore right now is kind of running shit. That being said, Dan, you've been having a good season so far. How you feel about this week?
Oh, man, it was a good start. I feel like I'm slowing down a little bit, so I'm trying to get my act together for the next few weeks. I want to stay in that top 4 spot, yeah.
That makes sense. All right, Zach, I'm going to skip out because I got a couple other people I need to give these things for. If you guys don't know, my in-game name is Murrah, so if you see Murrah inviting you to a chat, that's M-U-R-A. If you see Murrah inviting you to a trade, that's me. But you, Dan, what was I going to... Oh, this is what I was going to say about you. You said you had kind of a rocky ending. Here's the thing. Friggin'... It was so hard for me to pick the match order this week. Like, it was really, really hard for me to pick the match order because almost every match is a banger.
There wasn't really any stomps, honestly, this week.
It was so good. And on my particular match, I'm going to take over my full commentary on my match because I've got a lot to say about it. I did a lot of post-analysis with Mike and with Zach and myself. So, like, I've got everything to say about my match, and it's not that long, so I'm going to take commentary on that end, especially because Mike and I kind of compared how we prepared for each other, too. So, like, he kind of told me, like, what he was, etc. But your match was against Jay, and Jay's on a backspin, too. after a couple hard weeks. You guys had it was close, man.
It was close, man. Like I really wanted to keep the streak going because this is now the second person so far this season I get that has revenge on me now from the gym leader challenge. So I need to make sure no one else.
I fucking wanted that revenge so bad because, like, literally, I remember. No offense to you in that time, but I remember Zach saying, like, yeah, he told me what you had planned before you battled me, and Zach was like, nah, we got to replan. And like, if you had brought what you originally planned, I would have annihilated you. And then you redid it, and I was like, and as soon as I saw you prankster rain dance, I was like, this motherfucker. I was like, Zach, you piece of shit. But yeah, no problem, Jay Wade. We have a story pass. I got vengeance on you, and we'll see what happens in your match this week. Unfortunately, you are the first match, but again, it was really hard to decide.
I thought Jordan's first.
I thought it was Jordan.
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
I'm third.
You're okay. Yeah, never mind. Jordan is the first match, but this was really hard to like. That was really hard to pick. And there's a particular match that has like it's not really a sweep, but it's like kind of badass. But I had to put that a little further because it's such a big, crazy match.
Yeah.
But yeah, no spoilers. But before I start, Jordan, you're up next. Here comes your top of Lele, and then I'm going to start giving out these Mewtwo's. Without stalling anymore. Well, I'm sorry, Dan. I keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
It's fine. No, I'm just currently struggling to find a damn magic carp in the wild right now.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Oh, and also, like, I did a bunch of tweaking on my computer this week. Things are running a lot smoother on the stream. I still need to get us up to where we were in the beginning of the season where we had like chat box notifications on the actual layout and stuff, but we'll get there. But without stalling too much, you guys now can see what's this. This is the first match. I'm gonna queue up. I'm gonna turn off my webcam, queue up DS so you can watch me do these giveaways. And if you two would take over on the match here on the opening statements, I would appreciate it.
Sure thing. Which one do you want to take? You want to take Jordan? Or you want to take John?
I'm fine with either one. You can go ahead and start us off.
Before you guys start, though, that's a shiny Diancie that I hooked John up with. And he fucking spoiler, no spoiler. He wanted HP fighting on Diancie, just so everybody in stream and chat knows, every Pokemon player knows, if that Pokemon came out after Generation 5 as a legendary, you cannot have HP fighting on it. Which, to Zach's point previously, he said this a bunch of times, we need to have some type of, like, HP power tutor. You know, because, like, it's not fair that all legendaries after Generation 5 just cannot even have HP fighting.
Oh, yeah. It's really annoying.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Alright, I'll take Jordan's team for me. So we have a Gigalith Hitmontop lead. Hitmontop's been something that Jordan's been really liking. Really good Intimidate Pokemon. Not really a huge damage dealer considering its fighting type status, but it's a little bit bulk too. It takes a little bit to kill, and he's been rocking the eject button on it for a few weeks now, and I've actually been liking that idea since it doesn't die in one hit.
Dude, eject button and honestly Red Card they're risky, but they're really smart in the right situations.
They're good on like very niche Pokemon, and like I think Jordan's found like one that just fits him really well. And then we have the Gigalith. Everybody knows just like the basic Sandstorm setter, big, bulky, mainly a physical attacker. He's rocking the Lucario again, which he did last week with me. Lucario is just a good Pokemon, both physically and specially, and that's something really good about it too. Is that as soon as you see it on someone's team, you're automatically gonna have like a tilt factor because you have no idea what the hell you're bringing with it until he hits you with that first move. It could be physical, and you can just not be prepared for that one.
Yeah.
And it's a good fairy counter too. Palkia is just Palkia, big special monster, really strong stab moves, and he's actually bringing Darkrai, which he picked up last weekend by dropping
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo after this Mewtwo struggles.
To that point, Palkia, no offense to Mewtwo, and also no offense to to Jordan's use of Mewtwo, Palkia has been putting more work in on Jordan's team than it was on Jay Wade's team, and it's actually been doing really well for him. And there's a couple instances of that. Like, Ho-Oh did shit on John's team. It's doing great on Zach's team. Dialga did shit on John's team. It's doing great on Jay's team. And then in a lot of other things, some people switched Ubers, and they weren't doing well on the team they were on, and now they're really shining. And I think Palkia is a good example of that.
Yeah. And then, so something really cool that Dark Eye here is that he actually has a lot of good synergy with it. Low key, like he has a few for one that have access to the move Gravity, so Dark Void isn't basically just like a useless move, and is also just insanely fast, really strong Forever Packer. You don't even need Nasty Plot on it, honestly. It just gets the job done. Just gotta be really careful with it. It's super frail, especially with John's team. Because John has a lot of fairy and bug stuff to deal with.
What is up with these dark legendaries being so frail?
Nightmares are something. I don't know, man. Dark stuff is usually scary, and it's like
they don't like getting punched in the face.
Yeah,
well, dark Pokemon in general aren't super bulky. They're not known for being a very super bulky type.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got asks for the Mewtwo, by the way, guys. This is a hot giveaway week.
Hey, I'm trying to look for that one too. Magikarps are extinct in my game for some reason.
Well, I could just directly trade it to you.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. So I'm just not looking for this. And last but not least, we have, I think this is the first, maybe second time he's brought it, but he's bringing Rhyperior. Insanely bulky. You could honestly use as a assault vest, like mix tank. Really strong physical stab. And it has two really good abilities, which I'm not sure if he's bringing Lightning Rod on this one, because Solid Rock is still really, really good.
And this team outside of Palkia, which takes neutral from Electric anyway, there's no real need for Lightning Rod.
Like, it's nice to have, like, a good, like, immunity and also bringing...
Yeah, I mean, redirection is always good, but yeah, it's not going to be detrimental.
Also, there's not, like, there's not a shit ton of electric Pokemon on John's roster in general.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll take over John's team so you can get these giveaways out there.
I'm doing it already. Ooh, some people want these Mewtwo's, man. This is a hot week. Did you advertise on Twitter, Zach?
I honestly forgot to.
God, I advertised on Facebook.
I saw you, Dan. It's like, all right, like, you asked me for the Twitter thing. I trusted you to start doing this.
I know. I didn't save the login information. I'm going to have to get that again. But it's all good.
All right, continue.
So John's coming in this week. John's had, pretty couple tough weeks in the season, of course.
Very much like R. Kelly. He's out here fighting for his life.
Nice to date this episode.
He had a rough start. He's in a meta where everything's like really foreign to him. Everything that was good last season isn't in this season, so it's like everything's kind of like everything's kind of like new to him. So he's kind of like roughing it up, trying to see what works and what doesn't. He's been slowly like building and working his team up to like get just perfect. So now he's just trying to make his comeback. And we see Weavile and Granbull here with the Intimidate Fake Out support right off the bat. Very good, especially since Jordan's very known for his Fake Out leads and is very well known for Hitmontop at this point. So Granbull's a really good out to it. Scolipede, we're hoping that this is Speed Boost Scolipede because sometimes he doesn't bring it.
Bro, he's brought it like twice this past week. Come on, no, can't give him shit for it.
No, I'm joking.
Yo, but since it's honestly, on turn one, I'll tell you when we watch the match.
Skylopede's a beast. It's definitely a really good out for Darkrai, with the speed boost, and then it can smack him with a Mega Horn. And then we got Deancey over here. Y'all saw last week how like Deancey almost destroyed my team all by herself. Like, she is not to be trifled with. Very thick mon, especially in Sandstorm.
Oh, that's funny. That's her name. That's her nickname.
Oh, I know. I think he named it that because that's what I told him last week. I was like, Deancey, big. But Giratina comes in with his new debut. He drops Lugia for it last week, so this is now John trying out Giratina. It's actually pretty funny because if you look at both of their teams, both of these legendaries have been on a Reese's team at some point, Giratina and Darkrai. So it's kind of like we're taking all of our Reese's scraps and making them scrap it out.
Right. Also, like Outside, Diancie did really well for John so far, but John's kind of been struggling this season in like finding an Uber that fits him. And Diancie so far been the only one that's really shined for him overall. Yeah. But I mean, this is his first week with Giratina, so we'll see.
Yeah.
That being said, you said Lapras already?
No, I was just about to get in that Lapras is just really tanky in general. Has a very good special defense to deal with Palkia, so it might do some work for him.
And freeze dry.
Yeah.
He does have access to freeze dry, which is a beast move. So I am ready to kick this off if you guys are.
I am.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. God forbid one of us has the music open.
Right. Not this time.
Not this time. All right. So turn 1, we have I believe it's Gigalith and Hitmontop versus Granbull and Weavile, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So Gigalith and Hitmontop, Granbull, Weavile. Here's the thing. There was a week, a couple weeks back, where Hitmontop had Bullet Punch instead of Mach Punch. Same mistake is happening here. He's got Bullet Punch. He cannot kill that Weavile in one hit with Bullet Punch. He can't.
Yeah. I mean, granted, John's usually been bringing Focus Sash, which
I mean, even still, but just watch this
right,
move.
The sand even would take care of that.
Right, yeah. Exactly. The sand would have done it. So, like, boom, Bullet Punch, like, almost nothing.
Hitmontop's also not really that strong physically, that too. So to get a low sweep instead of the fake out coming out, good move, and it also lowers speed, which, and for people's case, doesn't actually matter, but that's like a really good utility move. Player up comes in, almost takes out the Hitmontop, but the eject button kicks in just in the nick of time, gets a free switch in, so he can now put more pressure on John with like a big Pokemon, which in this case is going to be Darkrai. And this is something really nasty I was talking about, because Gigalith has access to gravity, so now Dark Void has increased accuracy.
And he basically set it up with eject button comboed, like, he knew that was going to happen, so he hits the gravity on turn 1 instead of setting rocks or anything else. Gigalith eats a hit, sets gravity, eject button force switches his Intimidate Mon out for Darkrai, and now Darkrai gets a free Dark Void on 2 Pokemon with Sleep.
I'm going to tell you this, guys. If Darkrai is out here with gravity up, I'm guaranteeing almost the first thing he's going to always do is Dark Void. Yeah. So, like, protect with something. You don't have to protect with both, but protect with something.
Yeah, but you see John's prepared here because he switched out the Giratina, knowing the Dark Void was coming out, and he has a Lumberry packed onto this Giratina so that it knows his sleep.
Yeah.
And I
just felt like, protecting with the Granbull would have kept it up. Then he could have killed it with killed the Darkrai with it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's hard. It's hard to. Sometimes you can't predict everything.
It's just like in the moment, yeah.
Even if you have something prepared for something, because like Darkrai is something that everyone's been preparing for since we've had it. Even if you have something ready for it, even you're still never prepared enough for it.
Exactly. I mean, if you use Trick Room, if you use Gravity twice, do you reverse the gravity?
It changes back to normal.
Oh, here's this Z Crunch Rhyperior.
Yeah, which Jordan wanted to bring 2 weeks ago, and he's finally bringing it now.
Yeah.
Black Hole Eclipse.
And let me just say, this is really strong, but Giratina is so absurd. It tanks this like a champ, barely surviving. From a full-powered Z move from a heavy hitter like Rhyperior, that's still something insane to see to this day, and we've seen Giratina for years and years now at this point in age.
Imagine, I mean, I guess the Lumberry was already its thing, but imagine if that had a half health berry. Just, oops, you did nothing.
Thanks for wasting your Z-move. This is something interesting too, because he's packing Ominous Wind, and I don't know what he brought Ominous Wind for specifically, because Dark Pulse is also good against Giratina, but
oh, dude, now people want Landorus. They didn't want him last week.
Well, you can't give that away, because that's not the giveaway this week.
Hey, man, I won't lie waiting for these Lele's and these Mewtwo's, though.
Oh, you online, Dan?
I'm watching what you're giving away, and you better not.
So here's
you better not
something
mess around here.
Here's something else. He gets the boost off of the Omnis Wind, so now this Darkrai is terrifying. It just got a free +6.
And what's really nasty is this, because of that boost, Gramble's gonna wake up,
get the player off.
and that defense boost is gonna just save it from being killed.
Like, think about it. If you didn't get that boost, and then Sick Puppy dies from its life orb.
And you would think like, okay, well it's cool because the Sandstorm will take it out.
Or the Ice Fang.
And the Sandstorm runs away.
Oh, you were talking about Darkrai. I thought you were talking about the other one. So now White Lace is out here. Probably his favorite Pokemon. But even with Diancie, he's in a bad spot here. And this also would have been an excellent time to have Scolipede on the field. Or a turn earlier even. 2 turns earlier. Like, I mean, if he had swapped out Gramble, it was going to die, but it was asleep, so he would not be able to use Dark Void again legally until Gramble woke up. He could have brought Scolipede out, survived, like, you know what I mean? Started turning things around.
I swear, this game is ridiculous, because so many people these past few weeks have been getting crits they do not need.
Wasted crits.
So Lapras comes out, and now comes Lucario, the ultimate fairy counter, especially for dancing. Times 4 weak to steal. I'm surprised he didn't protect here, because he should have known something was coming. And doesn't matter with that fully defense. You're taking times 4 from a Meteor Mac, you're going down 1 hit. But we're getting HP fighting off from the Lapras. But Lapras is not known for its huge special attack, so it's not going to take out the Lucario. And this freaking right here, it literally, I'm pretty sure just has Elemental Fang moves on it. Like, we've seen Crunch, Ice Fang, and now we see Thunder Fang. So I'm pretty sure it's just 3 Fangs and a Protect. But Lucario's going to get in with a close combat now, so it's a physical. This time it's a physical Lucario, which last week against me was special. And that's what I was talking about with the unpredictability of this Pokemon. Even if you're prepared for one set, you have another set you have to worry about. And Lapras goes down from the close combat.
I actually gave away so many Mewtwo's that I have to reload my Mewtwo's, so bear with me. People love them some Mewtwo's.
So now John's literally just down to Scolipede, and that's it. Gets a knockout on the barely alive right here, so he's in less of a detriment now. But it's basically too late now. Even with these speed boost setups, he's just gonna keep switching out to Hitmonchan until he dies, lowering the attack now.
That's true, yeah. And now it's game.
But at least John makes it 3-0 instead of 4-0, so he lowers the score a little.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not game. Oh, the Rock Slide misses.
Oh yeah, even with the Rock Slide, it wouldn't have gotten 1 shot. I'd say Scolipede actually has a really decent defense stat. It's a really bulky Pokemon actually, but then you have a deal with Palkia. It's fine.
Now it's not going good.
But John just wants to stall.
I want 1 more boost.
I want to make sure I get a guaranteed hit on something, man.
They were ready for a Flamethrower and Rock Slide. He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Scolipede's fighting for his life, man.
Last attack. Here we go, Scolipede. Who you going for?
He's more likely going for that Palkia. I'm pretty sure he's going for a Mega Horn.
But I don't think Mega Horns do anything to Gigalith.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
It's over.
Palkia's bulky. Palkia gets 1 kill for this game. Oh no!
Miss.
In the berry!
Barry, so he's
look at you. See, you say take that L though. He's actually he's fucking getting it, man. Alright, there we go.
There you go.
Look, Rock Slide just had to miss 2 more times.
He would have made it a 2-0. He would have been really close.
Dude, that was an example though. If he had Scolipede out before Gramble woke up, 1 turn, just even that 1 turn. Oops, gotta pause. Even that 1 turn before. It could have been a different game. I'm not gonna say would have. It could have definitely been a different game. Because Scolipede could have easily handled Darkrai, and then
Lapras could have stayed out for a little bit longer.
For Gigalith too, yeah.
Gigalith and also the Palkia. Because I'm pretty sure if you use Freeze Dry on a Palkia, it's now times 4 weakness. Because it makes water weak to ice, and Dragon Tail is also weak to ice too.
Yeah,
that could have done a huge number to Palkia too.
So that's just an example of just one you didn't switch the right Pokemon at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, we won't see any more Lapras from John. John just dropped it for my Gyarados, actually. So.
Well, yeah, you surprise dropped Gyarados out of nowhere. Could have let a brother knows.
Yeah, man. I'm looking for things. Not liking the time before we install electricity, especially against the big old Thunder Man himself.
Oh yeah, you don't want that against him. I mean, you could have still had it and not brought it, but still, yeah, you don't want to bring that against Mike. But next up is hey guess what, guys? We're doing a Pokemon giveaway right now. You guys can get Shiny Tapu Lele or Mewtwo, or both, really. To get the Lele, though, you do gotta give us your friend code in chat, and I'll add you with my friend code, which is in the instructions on chat, and I can give you that Lele directly via League Trade. My in-game name is Mura. Then I have this Mewtwo here that I am giving away via GTS. Again, follow the instructions, drop a Magikarp onto GTS, asking for a level 100 Mewtwo, and I'll send it out. I'm going to go ahead and keep continuing doing that since this is a really popular giveaway, and I'm having fun giving stuff away because people actually want it, Zach. Alright, so this is J-Wade versus Aris. As you can see, J-Wade did not get the first match for the first time in the season, maybe?
Yes.
Not the first match, man. And that says something. He actually has a pretty good composition on this squad, too. And Aris, though, if you look at his composition, that's a pretty scary comp, but it's about how you play your teams. So that's what this match is all about. Like, J-Wade's been playing his team poorly. Aris always plays his team good. I mean, this match is an example of playing your team right. We got J-Wade over here with Pachirisu for the first time. People had suggested for a long time that he picked that up. He failed to do that for many weeks, and then he failed to do that for many weeks, and then finally he picked it up and he brought it. And Pachirisu does what Pachirisu does. I mean, it's a good Pokemon. Don't underestimate the squirrel. Goliaspod comes in for actually also the first time, I think. I don't think I've seen him use Goliaspod since he picked it up.
Yeah.
This person's asking for Tapu Lele in the GTS. I can't give it to you, buddy. I guess I have one on hand. That's not the shiny one.
Well, that's not the exact one that you're supposed to give away.
It has to be the exact one?
Yeah.
Alright, well, then he brings in my favorite little thick... Oh, man, the high heels with the puff. That's my girl Aromatisse. Great support mon. Excellent trick room setter. Excellent. It's just a good fucking Pokemon, man. Like that ability. Why do we not have somebody else with that ability? Like that ability's so fucking tight.
Aromatisse is looking like the star Pokemon in J-Wade's team. He's brought it in like almost every single match since week 1. Even
when he's done good things, it's been with her.
Yeah, she's a really bulky Pokemon. She does decent damage, really good support options along with Heal Pulse. So that's something I really like in Pokemon in doubles format. And myself personally is at least having a Cleric, because sometimes you're not going to get those berries triggered, and it's unfortunate because there's a lot of knockoff pressure. Sometimes they just one-shot you, so you just gotta have something else that can give you some little bit of healing here and there. And it can also be an offensive threat by setting up a Calm Mind. It's really bulky too. So it's not going to die in like one hit very easily.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's an excellent Pokemon. It's definitely one that we haven't seen in a while. But I mean, he's got Lugia and Tapu Fini, basic stuff. He brought his Snorlax again. It's a good Pokemon. You know what it is. Like this is classic J-Wade. And it's kind of a predictable combination of this thing. Like you see this team, you know what it can do. You know what it's gonna do.
He mostly sells down for Trick Room, but Trick Room's never a bad option in doubles. But once you start using it more and more, sometimes you start using it. I'm liking the Goliaspod pick here because even though it has a lot of priority moves, so it's bad against Lele per se, outside of that, it also has really strong moves. Like Liquidation, Leech Life, for example, and it's also susceptibly really bulky. I'm thinking this is what I said he should bring, because Joey talked to me a little bit asking for help for Aris, and I told him honestly, even with the Lele, you should bring Goliaspod and give it Assault Vest, so it's really tanky. has Leech Life for good recovery move, also stab, and it's really good against a lot of psychic Pokemon that Aris has, including the dark stuff he brought this week too.
Yeah.
And you can still have some of that priority because once that Lily is down, it's down for good, and you want to deal with it. And also, just free emergency button is just really solid for support.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh man, you know what? I should think about that. Anyway, Arise's team.
Yeah, like this is the big surprise of last weekend's wires that Jordan finally gave up on Mewtwo, and Arise was like, "Clutch, I'll take it." So, yeah, this is the first time he brings Psychic Terrain and Mewtwo together, starting off that lead combination, looking real scary. Drifblim, we know what Drifblim does by now. It has Unburden. It's going to probably be holding a seed for the terrain. So I'm sure he's bringing that for Lugia as well as anything else he can take out with Drifblim. We got Primarina here. Very hefty bitch. Very good with Liquid Voice. Gonna like pretty much make life hard for Jay Wade outside of Fini. And then we got Scrafty here. Scrafty's been known for Fake Out, Intimidate, all that good stuff. Really just hard to kill and hard to deal with. And then we got, last but not least, Hydreigon. Arise, if you know Arise, he loves his dark type Pokemon. And so if you're playing Arise, be prepared for the darkness to come through.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's pretty much what we got to say about these guys' squad. So we should go ahead and start. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, go. Leading Pachirisu Goliaspot versus Tapu Lele Mewtwo. Really powerful lead on Arise's part, but also Goliaspot is able to pretty much one-shot one of the, or like do a significant amount of damage in the first turn on either of the Pokemon that Arise leads. So
and the follow me Pachirisu lead
basically,
where he can't even deal with Goliaspot. He has to face it.
Yeah, exactly. And Pachirisu likely having either being able to eat it or likely having a Focus Sash as well. So no matter what happens, Goliaspot's gonna hit you.
Yep.
So he goes. He's like, "Fuck that, Mewtwo out."
We are dealing with that.
Gets the Unburden boost off, so next turn that Devil Speed is going to be really good. So the Follow Me comes out, which is something we should be expecting here, which is why we switched out. So Lele's just going to go for taunts. Now, for a few turns, that Pachirisu literally is just going to sit there, hopefully attack with maybe Melza or something. We get a Leech Life on the Drifblim, not much damage because it's flying type, but it's still something sending a message that if you keep that in there, it's dead. I want you to make sure of that. So with the taunt, we switch up the Pachirisu, bringing up the Fini to turn off the priority. So now Golisopod's basically at full power, except it can't use First Impression. That's the only priority move it can't really use. So this Drifblim is actually Calm Mind boosting, which I'm a little scared of, because that might be like a special sweeper, or it's going to be what Mike brought a few weeks ago, which is like a Calm Mind Baton Pass set.
But he also dropped that Psychic Seeds. I think this is an offensive one.
It might be. So we get a Moonblast on the Golisopod, really bulky, so this is definitely off that set. And Knockoff comes in. If that Drifblim had an item, it's going to knock down. But Arise is really not liking this Golisopod, so he's going to try and hit up another Shadow Ball. Gets 2 special defense drops with a double Shadow Ball, but now the emergency accent comes in. So he fights another day. Brings out the Lugia now. So he's got a really bulky setup right now.
Yeah. And
when Golisopod's ability actually comes clutch.
Golisopod's ability pretty much always comes clutch, honestly. Most
I wouldn't go that far. I have definitely seen that thing get screwed over because like it got hit before it could attack and then had to switch out.
Yeah.
I suppose that's true, but that's what First Impression's for.
Yeah. So Will-O-Wisp comes out to Lugia, so it's basically going to make that multi-scale null and void. Lugia going for Recover for some reason?
To try to reset scale. He was trying to reset his scales if he got hit by a Shadow Ball or something.
So this Fini's taunted, so he's not doing any Calm Mind shenanigans that Joade's usually known for, so he's just going to go for the Muddy Water and get a knockout on the Drifblim.
I don't know. I personally felt like the recover was a waste of time. Myself.
I think he was expecting a Lele Shadow Ball, but I wouldn't have even cared about that honestly. I would have gone for like an arrow.
Like maybe he was expecting a double target. I don't know.
That's fair too. So Lele comes back out and sets the field up again, going for another recover, which I'm not liking these recovers because Lugia is actually really fast. So like even with not much speed investment, it's gonna outspeed a lot of these Pokemon.
Yeah, he could have just on either of these just got a little peck.
He could have just attacked.
Like peck. You know.
Peck. Yeah, that's what we're bringing.
No, I'm just saying a peck of damage. You know, like I mean, he might have been able to if he comboed up on that Tapu Lele. Like who knows? He might have been Arrow Blast. I don't know.
Honestly, though, can Lugia learn Peck? I mean,
no, I don't think.
No, it learns Ring Attack.
It's too powerful to learn Peck.
It's got flying type stab. Flying type stab could have flying EMZ Peck. You never know.
Dude, that would be great if like certain moves had different versions of Z moves. Like if you're like flying EMZ Peck, it's like Super Peck.
Technically, we do. We just don't have that many of them.
Yeah, I mean that's true. There's a couple of them, but those are more like signatures.
So Lugia,
that's exactly what that is.
Shadow Ball on the Lily goes to attack. Probably expecting a double target, but this Luffini's just where keep going with the muddy water, and it gets the accuracy drop from Mewtwo, which can really be clutch here. Especially if he misses a huge Shadow Ball on Lugia if he tries to double target it, and gets a free attack or a recover in. Would be really nasty. Like, so he's pushing out Mewtwo again, which I guess is because he saw the Shadow Ball in Lugia, which that's fair, but brings back out the Grim Reno. And now we're getting a Z move from Jolade here. This
already
is
on
flying.
a tilt too. He's already like in advantage.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a flying Z from Lugia. So he definitely has Air Blast packing on this.
No, I think that's Peck.
He does not win. That would be a wing attack if anything.
Boom. And Lugia, like, yes, it has wings, but they're also kind of like.
Hey, look at this Z move. Hey, look at another Z move.
Double Z's.
Yeah, this is a good Z game.
Technically, the bird's wings are its hands.
Shut up, man. It's got like fingers. It's got fucking fingers.
So what is the
shit
what,
has
what about
thumbs? Lugia has fucking thumbs, bro.
Yo.
Dude, those are the best kind of wings.
Don't talk smack about Lugia's steak fry finger.
I didn't know this stream was gonna cover Lugia's biology.
The shit has thumbs.
So Lugia survives the Z
Opposable
Shadow
thumb
Ball
wings.
from Lele, gets a huge hit on Lele also with the muddy water. Lugia's still taking in there, showing the world how bulky he is.
I can't stop looking at its thumbs.
Yeah.
Stop
Hey, I sent you that invite, Shiro. So, you know, like, accept it.
Oh, hey, Speakman's finally on a stream chat. Hi.
10 out of 10 would do again.
Alright, here's the scary thing now, because now he's finally starting to get this Calm Mind set up, which is making Queenie become a low-key huge monster against Aris. Aris mostly has nothing but special attackers, so this Queenie's literally just going to ignore everything, especially if it gets the second Calm Mind off. Well, Lugia goes down finally, but Lugia didn't need to be the star player here, I felt like. Mm-hmm. So we get a Pachirisu coming out.
Its bombs weren't needed for this battle.
Dude, and that Pachirisu full health didn't even have to bust anything off in turn one. All it had to do was be there, and you had to know what it could do. And
like just seeing the squirrel is scary.
He was like, "I'm out of here."
Especially now with the follow me, so he, in case the Lele stayed out and tried to taunt the Bee, now he's getting a free Calm Mind. Now this thing has +2.
It's Dan at the end of a hallway.
We do need to get Dan a new headset, though. Maybe we could chip in together to get him one.
No.
Dazzling Gleam doing nearly nothing to either of those Pokemon. And didn't he get a Calm Mind off with this Tapu? Like, even though it's taunted, it's already starting to build.
2, right?
He's got 2.
Yeah, I think he's at +2.
Here, you can have a second one. Churro.
So Lele comes back out, turning back on the Psychic Surge, which I'm really not happy with this because he just turns off his own fake out. Which is something I did not expect to see.
Hits him with another follow me. Fuck you, hit me.
And see, Joade's doing something that we've been saying over and over again. don't get greedy with your boost. He got 2 Calm Mind, now he's just going in for the kill. And he got a crit on...
And his
an
accuracy
drop.
fell. Yo,
Yeah.
Also, I think it's important to note that when he switched in Tapu Lele on that Scrafty, like, he stopped his own fake out, so that was a big misplay.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Oh, my bad. I didn't hear that. Big
Feels
misplay.
Feels good,
Easy
man.
lemon squeezy.
Alright,
So-
and then Churro, here's a Mewtwo. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh no! At this point, even with Side Strike coming in, he's with a Follow Me on the Pachirisu. It's basically too late for a race now at this point.
Is
This
that an
thing is-
exclusive move to Mewtwo?
Yes.
It's bigger Side Shock.
Yeah, it's size shock, but it's like 120 base damage.
That's fucking
It's-
wild.
yeah.
When did that come out?
Black
That's
and
just
white.
just from Mewtwo.
Yeah, it's
I
from
know.
Black and White.
Oh, okay. Because
It's a level up move. He gets that level 100.
and that's a pretty cool looking move. Like when I saw it when
Yeah.
I was recording, I was like, I never fucking saw that.
So now Reese is bringing up Hydreigon. Really does not want to deal with anything. And speaking of fairies, we got Aromatisse and a boosted Feeny out. So honestly, he doesn't need to attack with this.
He just pulls it
Aromatisse
out.
at all. Yeah.
Bye. Never mind.
We're scared of thick bitches.
Yeah. So he doesn't actually need to attack with his Aromatisse anymore. He can just start spamming heal falls on the Feeny, make it an unkillable machine.
Oof, Primarina came in wrong time.
Yeah. And Tapu Fini avoids the Snarl.
Oh my God.
Snarl's been pissing me off for the past 2 weeks. The Snarl's only has like missed one Pokemon every time I've used it.
He still
Well,
would have
I hope
survived
it has.
too, though. I guess his special attack would have fallen, but I mean,
For
you're a
utility.
dark
I
I mean,
fighting
that's the whole
type against
point.
a fairy.
That's literally the only point of Snarl.
I know,
If
but
you
he
guys-
already got 2 boosts, and you're a dark fighting type against a fairy. Like I could spit on you and you'd die.
Now
I
Reese
would,
is
I would,
just
I would
down.
hope not. That doesn't sound very sanitary.
We got 16 viewers, man. We're balling
Yeah,
out.
pretty good. So Darkpulse coming out, doing literally nothing to Feeny. And Moonblast coming in. I feel like Feeny was just super, super strong this week, which is a good job on Jawade getting a really strong win on a race, especially 4-0. That's something you can't really say that everyone can do every day.
Power
Yeah.
of fairies.
The power of thick
I forget.
booties.
I had beaten him in season 3 in our first battle. I forget what I won by. But yeah, not a lot of people can say they 4-0'd Reese.
Bruh, I had to play against him. I 2-0'd him. Like, that's the best I can do.
Yeah, I mean it's fucking good. It's hard, man. I mean he's a good player. So obviously, he fell down this week. J-Wade got another win, and what's really crazy is that's a win against basically one of the top players. I mean that's a 2-time champ right there. You know what I mean? He's always doing good. It's always a hard fight against a Reese. And then J-Wade comes in just shitting in his hand all season, and now he actually threw some shit on somebody.
Yeah. It's starting to send a message now at this point. Like, hey, man, I've been having a really rough spot now, but even all of us can come back too.
Yeah.
So people at the top of the ladder still need to actually be careful and not feel so relaxed and think you're gonna stay there.
Exactly.
It sent a message, all right. Dear everyone, a recent shit.
No, I think it sent a message that I lost 2 weeks in a row. I better not take him lightly this week. I'm sorry, J Wade. Like, to the best of my ability, I'm gonna butt fuck you. But now we have your match versus Jay's. If only Jay could get in commentary, but he can't. So Dan, I would take it away.
All right, so I was thinking about. I felt like he was going to bring a Hail Core because he has Vanillux along with the Kyurem White, which is even without me having too many weaknesses, it's a really nasty combo for 100% accuracy delivery from 180 special attack. But at the same time, I wanted to try and focus more of my team on my Ghost and Fighting hitters. So we brought the Alola Marowak in. Marowak, really strong Pokemon, decent bulk, and monstrous physical attack with a thick club. Has access to low kick, which is good against Jay's team. He has a lot of Pokemon that are really heavy. They're also weak to fighting, like his Ubers, for example. And something I was actually thinking a little bit too much into this week after seeing his game last week, was I thought he was going to bring double Ghost in with the Croc Rodriguez and the Sableye, which I kind of predicted a little too hard on that. As you can tell, zero Ghost on this team. So I kind of was like favoring a lot on Comfy just for this extra support. This is a Trick Room Comfy. This is the only Pokemon I have with Trick Room, so I didn't want to focus too hard on it, especially because I was thinking about Sableye, which has access to Priority Taunt. So yeah. I didn't want to focus too hard on that. We brought the Hoopa here just generically against things that are going for neutral damage, just because Protect is a wasted move slot on the rest of his team now, just because I had 2 attacks that are supposed to have a hit for it. Electivire, this is the Follow Me Electivire. I was going to be leading with Fire Arawak, because I was expecting Ghost types. As soon as I saw no Ghost types, I put Uniclus in the lead instead. This is, a lot of people expect All Mine or Uniclus, but this is just max special attack, Life Orb, and try and get as much damage as possible before it goes down, and has Recover as a 4th slot. Bulky Pokemon too, max HP. It's like not a joke. And for the last spot, I brought Incineroar. This is probably the only Pokemon on my team this week I feel questionable. Incineroar, everyone knows is a good Pokemon. Really, it's got good bulk, good physical power, and accident fake out and knockoff and other support moves like Snarl, for example. And it's not terrible here, but last minute I forgot Jay actually had Crocodile, and I was thinking about dropping Incineroar to put Conkeldurr back on the team. And I was fighting between 3 Pokemon. It was either Incineroar, Conkeldurr, or Liepard. And honestly, I felt like a Liepard would have been the best choice here. And now that I think about it, but
you know what you could have done against that Crocodile with Liepard?
Yeah,
Z-Seed Bomb.
Yeah, man, Z-Seed Bomb. I brought that up. That would have been MVP this week, Ben. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. But, it takes everybody by surprise.
Yeah. And like I didn't bring Bulu here just because he had a lot of stuff for Bulu, and I love Bulu to death, but it's really starting to get frustrating because it feels like I can't bring him in every week like I want to, man.
Well, honestly, it's also kind of smart though. Even though you lost one recently, like it's kind of smart though because like we don't know whether to expect it from you, and if you are bringing it, it's usually in a situation that's gonna maximize its use for you. You know what I mean? Also, like. You're doing really good. So like, if you're not bringing him, it's not necessarily a detriment. You don't always have to bring all your Ubers. That just happens to be what everybody always does. And also sometimes, especially if you have the right Pokemon backing up your one Uber, it's almost better not to. Because people are gonna plan for one of your best things that they need to take down, and if that's not there, they might have put 3 or 4 moves that are useless now on their team.
Yeah.
So
I guess I'll take the reins on Jay's team. Jay was actually in my DMs asking me for advice for this team, so I tried to help him out. We were really afraid of Conkeldurr coming in, so I told him Bruxish with Z Psychic could probably do some really good work on Conkeldurr, and also stopping Mach Punches from coming in. So I felt like Bruxish would have been a really good team player to stop Conkeldurr from doing what it does best. We got the Gator in here with the Intimidate support, obviously. Dan's team, if you've noticed, other than a couple of them, are very heavily physically inclined. So Crocodile gets a lot of work done here. We got Kyurem, 180 base special attack is nothing to scuff off. And it hits really hard at the get. We got Rotom here, best Pokemon on his team this season by far. I'm gonna just say,
hit me up, Jay, if you want to give it to me.
I'm gonna just say, I really want it. Give it to me. No questions asked. I got you. Dialga here, really good Pokemon. It, like Ian was saying before, it wasn't really doing a lot of work on John's team, but it's doing great work for Jay. Really, really making him that diamond shine. And then we got Crobat here, last but not least. Dan is known to at least bring something with Fake Out on his team, and obviously Incineroar here. So the inner focus really, prevents him from getting hit by that. And he can set up Tailwind or do what he's got to do and take Dan's Mons out.
Nice, man. I mean, just all around, like, really, really difficult to take down Jay. I mean, yeah, Jay too, because he's got a super bulky fucking team.
Oh my gosh, yeah, man, he's got so many good walls.
So many bulks, and then so I mean, as you can see, Dan also brings quite a few bulky Pokemon, even though some of them are frail. He brings a lot of bulk and a lot of support this week, because like if you're going up against Jay, you're gonna want to survive a little bit longer, because you gotta put a second hit in on him sometimes. And right before we start, guys, I just want to remind you viewers, if you'd like, we are giving away a Shiny Tapu Lele event, so you have to give us your friend code, add us, and then I'll give it to you directly. And we're also giving away Shiny Mewtwo. You can get Mewtwo by depositing a Magikarp on GTS, asking for a level 100 Mewtwo. Let us know in chat and we'll send it out to you guys. I will continue. I'll go check more Magikarp, see if people want it again.
They're still waiting.
Yeah, right. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to that. I just wanted to show those off real quick. And then, you ready to start it off, guys?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. We got this match coming in hot.
You know what? Everybody's been in my DMs lately for matches, and honestly, I need to start charging y'all, because this is ridiculous.
It's 3 wins, man.
I'm pretty sure you fucking volunteer a lot. It's kind of like how I
do,
Pokemon
but like, I love
then
Therian, but like, I want to start collecting. Like, this isn't fair.
I gen Pokemon for people in the group, and I'm always like, oh, I'll make that for you. You don't have to spend 15 minutes on power save.
I love that name, King K. Cool. I love that.
So, with this, I'm basically trying to make sure that Ryu
follow
is
me.
as possible. Yeah, follow me, man.
What? On an Electivire?
So,
oh man, it's almost like we've never seen this before.
I guess he has a reflect setup expecting wild charge. So he's going for the knockoff, and this is definitely on the Renewclus, but since I use Follow Me, I get the Shuka Berry knockoff, expecting, which I brought for Earthquake, and Focus Blast gets the hit. I hate this move, by the way. I want to move it out of the game.
Here's the thing. I actually thought, I talked to Jay about this, I was like, yo, if you were going to do that, and if he had brought Assault Vest on that fucking Crocodile,
it would have lived, maybe, yeah.
And then he sets the screens up, that would have been devastating.
Yeah. So I just get another Follow Me up, because I don't really need Selectivire to do damage right now. I just need Renewclus to do his job. So Aqua Jet comes in, takes the hit, and he shows me Signal Beam on this Rotom, which I know is for Hoopa, which I do not like, and Electivire goes down because it's not the bulkiest Pokemon, but I get a Shadow Ball.
Very choice tech.
Something I'm super surprised at is that the Bruxish survives a Shadow Ball from a Renewclus Whiteboard, which is crazy to think.
Yeah, Bruxish is deceptively bulky. I can tell you more about that.
Yeah, so second phase comes out. So he goes to double target the conflict, because he just doesn't want to deal with the Claire support, which is super fair. But I take it because
guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. That's a great Shadow Ball. Look at the name of this Magikarp that this person wants his Mewtwo for. You see that? Can you see that? Hang on. I'm gonna just for a second switch. Oh, do you see that name?
I don't appreciate that name at all.
I can't see it, so we'll look at it.
It's coming.
We have a Trick Room off, and we get Kieran Might showing up. Yeah. So also that Bruxish had Focus by the way.
You know what? I don't think you should accept that Magikarp, because honestly, it seems derogatory. It might offend some people.
Shut up and pay attention to the match.
So this is a really big thing because I get a miss on the Kieran with the Focus Blast. I'm not sure if it would have one-shot it, but now he double targets the Renewclus and it goes down.
Signal fucking Beam, man.
Yeah.
That is probably the first time I've seen Signal Beam put in work.
Crit.
So, it was a crit. I wasn't sure. I'm not sure if it would have lived if it wasn't a crit or not. It was super devastating though that the Focus Blast missed the Kieran, because it wasn't at full HP, so it might have honestly gone down. So I didn't have to deal with it. So
Moana goes for Helping Hand.
Helping Hand on the Hoopa, which I'm surprised Jay goes for the Protect here, knowing that Hoopa just doesn't care. But
maybe he fucking forgot, or maybe he was expecting Dragon Kiss.
So I go for the Hyperspace Fury on the This is unfortunate too, because this is actually a special attacking Hoopa, not a physical attacker. It probably still would have one-shot the Rotom if that was a physical attacking set, even through the Reflect, honestly.
Oh, Mizu, to answer your comment earlier, the stream actually does have a sponsor. That sponsor
No,
is
shut your
Coke
mouth.
Zero.
Shut. I will mute you. It's Sierra
Coke
Nevada.
Zero. No, Coke Zero. That is our official
It's actually,
sponsor.
for those of you that really want to know, the sponsor of this stream is viewers like you. We have a support tab down there. If you guys want to click that, you could definitely donate if you appreciate the content we're playing. A lot of people did last week. I really appreciate it. Protect right there goes off on Unit 8 because he knows that you want it to die.
If you don't support us though, our sponsor is Coke Zero.
No, it's not
and
Coke
you
Zero.
cannot-
I mean, honestly, I would take their dirty fucking money if they'd offer it to me, but they don't.
So he
It's the best
protects.
tasting Coke product.
Shut
and-
up, Dan's talking about his match.
So he protects with the Roto and expects me to go for it with a takeout, which is right. But I'm actually going for a Z Focus Plus with Kieran because I want to get his Ubers out of the way as possible.
This was spicy. I wasn't expecting. I was like, "Whoa, what does he got with fighting?"
Dude, you guys
Yeah,
remember that
it's
time
good.
that magician stole Assault Vest?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Shaq, no!
Kieran goes down.
Wait, did Magician just steal something?
Not in this game, it was last week.
No, last week. Last week.
Oh yeah, no, that was awful.
Well, I mean, it was funny.
It was funny, but it stopped him from being able to use Trick Room.
Dialga out to put in work. You
Yeah.
gotta get the Incineroar back out, right?
Can you imagine like?
Shit, wait, Dan was
feeling-
responding.
What? He wasn't saying anything.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't.
My bad, I'm sorry. We just always interrupt them. I'm trying to give them their time.
I hate you.
Focus flash.
Dan talks enough for the entire stream.
Yeah, because I have good commentary.
Twisted
Anyway.
Dimensions returned to normal too, so that's
Yeah,
like,
so
you
this
were
is
saying,
bad.
Zach.
But could you imagine Magician like stealing an HP pinch berry? He heals from it and then gets confused by it.
Dude,
Yeah.
watch him steal an eject button.
Eject
Oh
button.
my god. Wait, no, I think the eject button would go off first.
It might have, I think, yeah. So
Well,
I got a
whatever.
exterior here going for the knockout. But I take a huge hit from the single beam. This is a really bad spot for me because I literally have no Pokemon that have access to Trick Room anymore, so this Marowak is always going last. So I got to protect off with the Devastating Drake, which is really strong.
I'm just imagining like Magician hitting like a Pokemon that's got guts, and he takes their flame orb and gets burned by it.
Total burn, bro.
Yo, that ability is so ass.
Dude, it has its moments.
It's got good moments. Like, honestly,
It's-
taking that Assault Fest was good, because that means I'm you two ever.
I'm just like, bro. Like, there's so many ways it could backfire on you. It just makes me
Yeah.
laugh.
So I go for the Protect You just to try and stall for a turn, because I know the Crobat's just going to try and target me. I took the hit from the Devastating Drake on the Dialga. If I was at full HP, I would have lived this Earth Power, because I was going for a low kick on the Dialga, and that would have 100% one-shot it. But not the best specially defensive Pokemon, so it goes down.
And as you said, Trick Room dropped.
Yeah. So now I'm just down to Incineroar and a... Not really.
I said it earlier, but I do still appreciate that name, Eddie Guerrero. I like it.
Oh,
Geraldo Rivera.
So he gets a U-turn off. He had a lot of bugs today. He was definitely expecting the Hoopa. Hoopa's a big.
I mean,
brought
it's not like you fucking bring it every
Yeah.
week.
I brought a lot of U-turn and bug stuff for you, but you kept it in the back burner, so I got screwed.
So this Incineroar is really bulky because it has Assault Vest. Didn't do as much damage as I wanted for it to heal, but I'll take what I can get at this point. I want to try and get him at least down to one Pokemon. So now he's just going to double target with the Cross Poison and mid-gear. Still take the hit. Because Incineroar is my man.
Beefy.
He won't take
So
he won't
beefy.
Go down without a fight.
Extra.
You need a
beef.
Draco Meteor. You need to summon Meteors from the sky to take down my main man.
Rest
Down
in peace,
goes
Eddie
the
Guerrero.
Yeah,
We lost you too early.
Incineroar didn't do as much as I wanted it to do, but that's also probably my fault.
Maybe it's
I-
a reverse problem of people that have had Ubers. You know, it did work on my team, is not doing work on your team. Maybe we have to give. You know, I'll trade you back, man. Don't worry about it.
Look,
Shut
man,
up!
I know
You
how bad
don't
you want
need
that
Incineroar. Your team sucked with Incineroar.
Shut up. So
But,
that's your match. Obviously, excellent play on both people's parts. It was really I mean, down to the wire there.
Yeah. I probably should. This is probably a bad team to bring in. Honestly, like it still did a little bit, just not as much as I wanted to. He didn't have as much physical offensive threats, and if I really needed to fake out support at this point, I could have just brought Lightbird and get the encore support as well. But it is what it is.
Right. So here comes my match with Mike. So
I'm dead serious though. I'm about to start charging y'all. Y'all in my DMs asking me for advice. I'm gonna start needing something like some trades.
So I was talking to Zach, and he was like, "You should bring not a Oricorio," and I was like, "I'm gonna bring Oricorio. I'm gonna bring Oricorio."
Anything but Oricorio is good.
And he was like, "Don't bring it," and I was like, "I'm gonna bring Oricorio." I like the bird. All right, it's like I like it. Nobody likes it. I like it. Whatever. So
I'll take that as compensation.
Honestly, I don't really want to talk too much about our teams. We've seen both of our teams like a shit ton. The only thing I'll say is I definitely at the last minute I was like, it wasn't even the last minute. I knew he was there, but I was like, I had noticed that on my team I had no real answers for Rodham Heat, and I was like, I gotta have an answer for Rodham Heat. And everybody knows, if they know me, that I like to do something that nobody fucking has any idea about, that, or nobody could call it. Like, I like to do stuff like that. So this match has some cool things in it. Unfortunately, some things don't pop off that I had in the tech. I don't get a chance to bring out some of these other hidden techniques that I brought. But I can't spoil those because I do play Mike again in a couple weeks. Maybe I'll bring him again. So Mike's team, he definitely thought I don't know if he thought this, but I straight up knew that he picked up Bisharp last week. I was like, Defiant, obviously. Like, I have mad Intimidators on my team. Like, I'm known for bringing them. Like, I'm not getting caught up in that Defiant trap I got caught up with Speakman in the previous year. Like, he got me really good with that. So instead of bringing Intimidate Salamence, I actually brought Moxie Salamence. Just so to, like, fuck it, like, whatever. And all I knew was I'm probably going to see Pelipper, I'm probably going to see Zekrom. I thought I'd see Tapu Koko, I didn't. And I was pretty sure I was going to see Ditto, which is a great Pokemon. And this match is awesome. So I'll just go ahead and kick it off. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, go. Speakman, your match is next, actually. That's right, you are the last match. This was a really good match. It's really not that long, honestly. It's one of the shorter match turn-wise, but it's super techy. Like, it's really cool. So, first turn, I was lamenting, like, do I protect or do I try to set rocks? Because rocks is important. J switches all the time. I know that. Like, I want to put some damage out there. Mike, my bad. Mike switches all the time. I want to put some damage out there, so I'm like, screw it. I'm pretty sure I can survive Bisharp. I'm going to go ahead and set... And obviously I led Tyranitar to change the weather out right immediately. He goes for the Dutch, and I was anticipating... He has some Pokemon that are, like, weak to fighting, especially this motherfucker. So I'm HP fighting him, and it does, like, just not enough, And I set Stealth Rocks, where if I had done Earthquake here, it would have been a totally different game right there, Protected even. And Iron Head.
We just were not expecting Bisharp to be there.
And I thought that I probably would survive that Iron Head too, and then I didn't. So that down goes Tyranitar, and Bisharp's literally a hit from death. If he switches it out, it comes in dead. So
it's just not gonna switch out.
That Pokemon is neutralized. And
this move makes me
okay. So I actually was like, you know what? I should do Tailwind, but I couldn't hit back on the DS, and I didn't use Tailwind. So instead, the Hurricane that I was planning for Bisharp hits this Pokemon, but it wasn't even necessary because here's some out of the pocket ass shit. Come on, do it. Weather Ball. So I was sitting there and I was like, yo, if he brings water or if my sand's out. Either way, Rodham's weak to it. Weather Ball will OHKO it and does what it does.
I was mad because it was like the Bisharp was already low on health, So obviously the move would have been the sucker punch.
I just didn't
So I was
know
like,
that. I
if-
didn't know that it had life orb, so I was really wanting to get it out of there.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I was like, if he just protected that turn with Roserade, then used Tailwind, he would have been a really good position.
And actually, fucking, this bird does so much work here. All right, and also here's a problem I do. This bird does a lot of work this whole turn. This is a problem. I knew Ludicolo under rain was faster than Zeraora, but I thought he was gonna fake out Zeraora to stop me from killing Pelipper. So I knew as soon as I did it that I shouldn't have faked out him, and I should have faked out the Pelipper. I don't. Pelipper sets Tailwind. Fake out would have stopped that. And then if the Tailwind wasn't out, I mean that would have been it. So he gets his Z because he has to put down Zeraora. Anybody he deems a threat, he's got water out. He's gonna Z water me. And Zeraora, with what's on the field right now, probably not going to survive. It's probably Hydro Pump Z, right?
Yeah, that or Skull, one of those two.
Some advice for people in matches: Tailwind only lasts 3 turns, so like Trick Room, sometimes the answer is to just double protect. Just wait those Tailwind turns out.
Yeah. And he scalds Ash, and she fucking lives! And then she eats a berry, and it's just like, who the fuck do you think you are? So I said a Tailwind too.
Who do you think I'm gonna beat your ass? So Tailwind.
I could have killed him, but I was like, I need Tailwind now that he has Tailwind. And this was a bad switch and should have never brought him out at this moment. And also another thing, right before the match, I was like, I should use Yache Berry because he's really weak to ice. And
but my point,
I switched to Choice Scarf instead.
Mike, my point was like, just like Trick Room, if they got it up, you might as well just start spamming Protect so that you can get those turns out the way. And I'm not saying like protect like an idiot.
You can protect alternatively and stuff like that too.
Yeah, like you can definitely outplay.
I probably could have left that bird out there and done Hurricane on this Ludicolo instead. That might have turned this around.
Yeah, I was expecting to protect on the Salamence, honestly.
And then I protect on this because I know he's going to target the Nidoking. He goes for Scald, so it must have been Z-Scald. Dragon Claw is going to go ahead and take out my little birdie. But Tailwind drops for him now.
Mm-hmm. And the interesting thing was...
my Tailwind's up. Fuck this fucking Ludicolo.
This Zekrom's actually scarfed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. It was interesting because it was like, wasn't your Salamence scarfed as well?
Yeah, and also here's this: if my Tailwind if I had lasted one more turn, I could have outsped Zekrom and killed him too. And the MB comes in with fucking no transformation because it's not in front of a Pokemon. First time that's happened to Ditto so far. It was a real chance shot here, and then I lose 2-0. But it was a great match. Talk about some techs. I mean, Weather Ball, for those of you that don't know, Weather Ball takes on the form of damage that the weather is. So, like, rain, it's water, sand, it's rock. Rotom is weak to both water and rock, so I knew no matter whose weather was out, I could one-shot Rotom Heat with Weather Ball.
Yeah.
And I had Expert Belt on.
Weather Belt also becomes 100 base power when it's in weather.
Yeah, so it became 100 base rock with Expert Belt on.
So just better power jump, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty cool. And there, honestly, there's some interesting Pokemon that learned that move. But enough about that. That was my match with Mike. I couldn't take him down. I ended up losing again. He was already one up on me, I think, because we did that 0-0 match where he beat me last season. And it was literally 0-0. Like, his Pokemon died right after it killed my Pokemon. But he won because he killed my Pokemon first. So, it was like a really clutch. We always have good matches. It was a pleasure to fight him. And again, if you look on either side, like, one different move in any of those turns could have changed everything. Like, if I had protected with Tyranitar or done Earthquake on turn 1, changed. If I had, not switched in Salamence and switched in Nidoking and baited out a Protect, that way would have been different. You know what I mean? Like, I could have made some more clutch movements, and I didn't. And in the end, I lost 2-0 to the champ Mike. Well, I guess that's not his title. I can't call him that. That's you,
He-
right?
he-
That's you,
yeah,
right?
yeah, deserved wins, you know.
Nah.
But yeah, if there's one thing I'm famous for, it's doing some shit that you couldn't possibly have anticipated.
Not wrong. After that.
Yeah, like there's no way I could have seen that coming. Like what weather ball? And also last season, or 2 seasons ago, when I had Raikou, I used weather ball in Sun and killed somebody with that too and won a game. And like people fucking forget that some moves they look at it and they're like, that's stupid. It depends on the meta though. It really does depend on the meta. And so that was a great match. Now we get to our final match, which is absolutely, no offense, it might even be one of the best matches all season. I know that the Mike and Reese fight was really good. This is also, and obviously Zach's RNG win against Mike was also, even though, I hesitate to call it good. I mean, it was good, but like,
It was good, as in like
it was
just
crazy.
completely
It was
left
freaking
field.
crazy.
Like, crazy match to watch.
Yeah, that first battle when I had HP Ice on Zero. I mean, that was. I mean, you need to handle Landorus. But
I don't know, I didn't see any hit wood hammers on Darkrai from all these MVP matches, man.
right? Oh yeah, and we need to do MVPs on those matches. But we'll get to that later, I guess, since we skipped all of them so far. This is the match where you guys have the bets. It's the second time we're seeing the Reshiram, I'm pretty sure. He's bringing his classics. First time he's bringing Lycanroc, pretty sure. You've got some of your good Pokemon. You're bringing Starmie again. You know I'm not a fan of Starmie. I'll let you talk about your team in a second, but this is a really epic match. And there's waifu banners on the line.
Yeah. So I tested a little bit versus Mike. I didn't get to do a whole lot of testing as much as I would have liked to. But I did a little bit of testing, and the team seemed pretty strong. But like, I was like really debating on Mamoswine specifically. I knew that Mamoswine was gonna be really clutch in this matchup because like Ice Shard takes out Landorus. He's got a lot of things that are scary and weak to ground. So like Mamoswine was just gonna get a lot of love in this game. And like originally, like I was like, Mamoswine was slower than Reshiram, and like, so I was originally considering, well, I'll bring Scarf Mamoswine, and like, it just in testing, it wasn't doing the damage output that I really wanted it to do, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. This is like, I'm like literally about to go online and play Chris. My team is already set up, and I'm like, I'm doing it. Life Orb Mamoswine will protect, and like. That was such a huge game changer for me. Like, just the raw power is just so strong.
So powerful.
And like, if you know Chris loves. It's kind of like Jay's playstyle in a while, where he loves bulky Pokemon that you can't take out in one hit. So like, I needed a wall breaker on this team, and Mamoswine was the perfect one to be it. Lunala here to help. She's been my MVP all season long. Best Pokemon on my team. She's here to like support the team with Tailwind. And then we got Ho-Oh here. This thing is like pretty much here just to like ensure I have another wall breaker. And then we got Raichu here to like pretty much redirect anything Zapdos froze at Ho-Oh or Starmie. And then we got Mienshao here doing its job with Fake Out. They kind of like put pressure on his team versus Lycanroc and Napoleon. And then we got Starmie here. I know Ian said he's not a fan of this Pokemon. I really like it.
It's a personal thing, really.
Yeah, I like it. It has a really good move pool, a variety of moves it can use, and Z moves even if I bring it. I know Chris is a huge fan of Stealth Rock and like pretty much going for that single style double play. So, like, if he brought Stealth Rock for Ho-Oh, I wanted something to have Rapid Spin, and that was Starmie's job. It had, Rapid Spin in its arsenal in case he brought it. So,
I mean, hey, there's a Pokemon on that mid-season that might be able to do that job for you.
yeah.
A couple of them, maybe. So that is a great analysis of your team. Like we said, we've seen most of Speakman's team before. The Lycanroc's new, definitely a great Pokemon. Also has its own exclusive Z move. This is the first time I'm pretty sure. No, this is like the second time he's bringing Empoleon, but we haven't gotten a chance to see him play as much because he had those 2 forfeits. Second time bringing Reshiram. Again, super bulky team. He's bringing that Zapdos. Curse his life for getting it. I love Zapdos, but I mean, his team is awesome. I don't have a lot to say about it, but I would like to start the match if you guys are ready.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. Cousin It's really bringing it to play this week. This is like really crazy match, honestly, guys. One of the best matches all season. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Also, everybody in the Twitch chat knows, but if you didn't know, when Chris was going into this match, he thought Lunala's typing was Psychic Flying, so he did not know his Ghost type. So he does a lot of moves in this game because he thinks it's a Flying type.
That's funny.
I mean, it's got wings.
It's got wings, yeah. Well, you know what? Lugia lives in the ocean, but it's not a water type. It's also got thumbs.
It's opposable thumb wings. Leave them alone.
Steak fried fingers.
But
I've
Protect
seen
was
that
really
shit
clutch
hold
here.
things in its wing and eat it.
I was immediately predicting, Blue Flare to hit Mamoswine, so I'm gonna try and protect here and just set up the Tailwind so I can ensure I outspeed it.
Ooh, Blue Flare, wrong Pokemon, right? He could have probably hit that.
Get,
oh,
yeah.
We'll protect.
I was thinking about single targeting the Lunala.
Yeah, Lunala's job, like, I was ready to risk Lunala. I just wanted to have that Tailwind set up so that I could out momentum him from here. But I'm able to switch into Ho-Oh.
And he switches out.
Yeah, because he sees the Earthquake coming a mile away. So.
Boom, Shadow Sneak.
Mm-hmm.
That Pokemon that you see on the screen is from Gold and Silver. If you go back into our previous videos, you'll see a shiny hunt video where I fucking caught this thing. And it took me mad long.
The Muck goes down really early from that Earthquake. So, Speakman was talking to me a little bit about how to beat the team. So, I was thinking about the Stealth Rock, but I also told him to bring Lightning Rock here specifically to help out the Ho-Oh. It's a huge threat that's going to have to force this switch out. Doesn't want to take any type of rock type, but actually even Excel Rock, just times 4 weakness. And Landorus, once again, just likes eating ice moves and just falling down flight stairs.
Dude, that's an ice Pokemon out there. Why is Landorus there? Especially under a Tailwind.
I think it was because he was predicting the Earthquake to come in, and he was like, I want something that can come in, but I don't know. I guess he just wasn't thinking too much
Zapdos
about
would have been the option.
No.
But
so we gotta switch out here because
this was a huge misplay on my part because I was like, I could bring in Raichu, get rid of this Lycanroc with Earthquake because it has Air Balloon.
Oh shit! Here it comes.
I was really afraid of the freaking Excel Rock hitting Raichu on the switch.
Signature Z move coming in right now.
But if I Earthquaked here, Lycanroc would have bit the dust.
Yeah.
And I would have had to not deal with that problem for as long as I did.
Look at him shaking. He's shaking.
He's sweating. He's sweating, bro. He's got the rock Vulcans targeting your boy. Like, oh, man, I think I'm screwed.
Clap his ass, she said.
Give him the clap.
Cousin Nick gives you the clap.
Okay.
So Mamoswine goes down. It's still a good threat. So Chris sets up his own Tailwind here. Zapdos really well known for bulk and really strong support options. So Tailwind is something we should always expect here. So we have Lunala coming back. And
Tailwind's big this season.
Yeah, Tailwind's a really good move on. We gotta take on the Lycanroc. It was a crit. Another crit. But
Oh.
And also we have a lot of spread moves. Every one Pokemon always dodges freaking spread move every time someone.
I think it's because spread moves not only have reduced base power in doubles, but in doubles it's not completely accurate.
Well, I'm not sure that statement's completely accurate, but we're gonna go with it.
No, it is accurate. I can show you the Bulbapedia page. and doubles spread moves have their accuracy. If it hits 2 Pokemon only on the opposing team, it's not completely accurate, and its base power is lowered.
So like you're not gonna go down, not involve people whatsoever.
That's why sometimes
yeah.
I like Ian loves these multi-hitting moves, and I'll be like, dude, if you just like use a single target, take it out. You know?
Take that shit out.
They got the chicken and the bat coming out here.
And that regenerator helped that Granux heal up again. That's huge for this match. Huge regenerator.
So we have Empoleon coming out here. Ice Beam coming out over the Zapdos, really good both from Pokemon. Takes it. And then the Berry Trigger. So basically,
I'm tired of you fuckers using my Pokemon from last season in my fucking Game Boy game.
So Sacred Fire going out for the Zapdos again, gets the burn, still surviving.
Look, dude, you don't even want to use that third.
Here's
that third slot.
Oh, another berry! You guys with your berries.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this was a misprint. I started thinking that Lunala was flying. So I was thinking Thunderbolt on the Ho to double target it, because with the Scald and the Thunderbolt, that Ho would definitely.
That's the thing, though. He thought
it was flying.
that Lunala was flying type.
And his Tailwind peters out, and now you can come back and just come back on full health.
Yeah, just fully healed. So Starmie comes back out, just sitting here doing its thing. Being a star. Ice is gonna come in for a knockout.
Sorry, OG boy, I didn't have any control over it. I wasn't behind the reins. Another unnecessary crit.
Another crit that doesn't matter.
There goes your RNG, Zach.
Nah.
Burn.
We got the burn. So the physical.
If my match with Mike wasn't proof that my RNG will never run out, I don't know what will.
Dude, it ran out. Shut up. Reshiram comes out. Maybe not looking good right now.
Yeah. So this is the Mon that I was like most afraid of on his team. I was like, I'm gonna double target it. I got expert belt on Starmie, so the power gem does a decent bit of damage.
And also you have fucking Moongeist Beam just blasting the shit out of him. Oh, the berry!
Berry.
Somebody fucking watch me play matches.
So Reshiram goes to the Earth Power here. I'm guessing he didn't have a dragon.
My man acting like he invented berries, bro.
He probably also forgot that, or he thought that Lunala was flying, so he couldn't get the kill with Earth Power.
Yeah, I was thinking.
He knew at this point, so he wanted that Starmie gone. He said that he wanted that Starmie gone.
Power Gem's really strong here. I'm assuming Curse has Fake on his Pokemon because it just takes the hit. I would have double protected here, honestly.
I don't think he has Protect on Reshiram.
It's the Tailwind that makes a difference here.
Yeah.
So he gets Scald out.
Oh, because I was like, at this point, like if he had Protect, he would have used it with Reshiram.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, this burn is really unfortunate. I was like literally like when I saw the Hishenko get the burn, I was like, fuck.
You might be fucked because you gotta kill that Empoleon, and like a fighting move could do it, but now you're reduced attack.
And so High Jump Kip comes in for the knock.
You said fuck that Reshiram.
Just in time. It's gonna fade.
That was my whole goal of this game. Like,
again,
Blizzard just missing, but it takes up the Lunala, which is like for that. And just barely living with 8 HP. Burn, man.
But it doesn't even matter because, like, I'm pretty sure he goes for high jump kick and misses.
Yeah. So this is really close here because he missed with the high jump kick.
Fucking dies.
I'm still healthy, and now it's down to 1-1.
I was really predicting like him to have a protect. So I was like, I don't want to waste it in case he does have the protect. I want to make sure I get this kill. But
it's so unfortunate too.
We already know he can't kill him because he survived Scald earlier.
But if only
Hoa was really beefy and special.
But man, if only that Aqua Jet, that probably would have been game.
And then you send him down with honor and dignity.
With the power of an angry chicken.
Ah! Tectonic Rage.
Yeah, even without Alonso's own best, if there was an Aqua Jet on that, it would have probably been a different game. But it is what it is. You don't really pack Aqua Jet on them.
He said he was gonna put Aquagen on it, but it was like
That
a
was
last
just a
minute
threat.
decision. It just didn't.
It was just a threat. He didn't really follow through on it.
Oh, my DS is dead. Fuck me.
So that's that last match of the week. Amazing week this week. Like, crazy good week. I think it was like a 3-2-2s and shit. Like, Jay Wade beat a Reese.
We had 1-4-0, and that was Jay Wade was
crazy matches. And like, it was really hard to pick the order, like I said. I don't think I prepared the giveaway for the upcoming week, so I can't preview that for you guys, unfortunately, because I'm an idiot. But let's talk about MVPs, I guess.
I think Finney.
Of the whole week?
It's a fight between Finney and...
Alright.
Honestly, I think Finney.
My MVP is either going to be Pachirisu or it's going to be Bisharp.
I don't know about Bisharp.
I
was
say
only saying
Ludicolo.
Bisharp because, like,
that
Bisharp
did
pretty
make a
much
difference,
messed up
but
his whole
Ludicolo
turn
really
one.
fucking ran the show.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll say Pachirisu if I need Pachirisu to help Finney get there.
Alright, Pachirisu, everybody. Pachirisu.
Yeah, I'm fine with Pachirisu.
Alright. Pachirisu on Jay Wade's team is MVP this week. You see, Jay Wade, you pick a Pokemon that people suggest, and then it fucking wins you a match, sets you up for a win against one of the best players, and then it wins MVP. Because, you know, science. And anyway, guys, we had a great week. We had a pretty fun giveaway, honestly. I had a good time doing it. There was a lot of giveaways. I gave a couple of those Pokemans away with the Tapu Leles and the Mewtwo's. Next week, we'll be doing another giveaway. I'll have to announce that on Twitter later on. But this has been Pokemon League Championship Week 8. Coming up, we have Week 9, which is the last week before the mid-season wire, and which where we take a week off. In that week, we're going to be doing a stream. Zach, do you want to take a little explanation on that one?
Yes, guys. So, mid-season week, when we have no scheduled matches, we're going to have a stream that weekend. It's going to probably be a little bit of a shorter stream, but we are going to have a match for you to watch. We have a upcoming off-season tournament. It's going to actually be half of the size of our regular season, so it's going to probably be about roughly 3 months. It's open invitation, obviously. Anybody that wants to join can join. It's going to feature exclusively bottom of the barrel Pokemon. I'm talking like literal trash Pokemon. This is going to be a draft comprised of stuff like Dodrio, like Rapidash. Like, this is going to be
shit that's not
fun. All of the bad. We're going to try to find the best of the worst here. And this draft is going to be this draft's going to be a lot of fun. This season was really cool because we got to see some of the most broken Pokemon ever invented. A lot of legendaries, a lot of Ubers. So afterwards, you can see what's the best of the worst. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Tune in, check it out. It's going to be kind of like a sneak peek. We're going to get a little bit more into the explanation and the details, and me and Ian are kind of going to show you what we got.
Yeah. Next week we're going to do, we're not only going into the details of that season, but we'll do a showcase battle where we each will construct a team of really shitty Pokemon, and then we'll go head to head. And those will be Pokemon that will be featured in that mini season. Again, a mini season after the end of playoffs every season. Sometimes we take a short break before we do an off season, but we always do an off season event. Last year it was the Gym Leader Tournament, which Dan came. Did you win or came close?
I got second.
Second place. And like this season, as Zach said, is going to be our mini draft, which is going to prioritize new players too.
We're gonna call it bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel mini season, which is a draft style just like this. I may or may not participate in that. I don't know, but I will be showcasing a team from that draft in the mid season. again, next week, week 9, last week before midseason, guys. Players, get ready. Keep your eye out. We're going to do another giveaway next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday for our streams every single week where we'll have week 9. It's been an amazing week. One last time, thank you to my co-host, Zach.
You.
And Dan. I might have to switch the order of saying that from now.
Oh, real quick, Ian, do you have a shiny
Dan,
Charizard just chilling?
Give Dan top billing.